Hello and welcome to my studio space. Uh, this is where all happens. Let me guide you through what we've been working on for the class. I keep working on these paintings. I'm a lot happier now with the colors of the light skinned warrior. A lot of details going on in the figure. I found out that I prefer to spend a lot of time working on the figures and not rush too much just to get the assignment done. I feel like I get a lot more from it and I learn a lot more from the process. So I've been working fast, but I'm taking my time to get it right the way I want it. But it's coming out really nicely, and I'm pretty happy with the results so far. And I keep working on the other pieces for the class. This is the next one. Let me put it up. I kept working on the wall, and the wall is coming out really nicely. It's actually a build-up of texture and layers, and kind of taking advantage of my experience as a scenic artist. I'm pretty happy with the results of the wall. And I started working on the figure, which is the same character I've been working on. And it's gonna be in the same context. It's probably gonna be the spear coming up this side, and the donut is gonna be on top. So that's gonna be the second painting. For the third and fourth painting, I already have the background laid down. And in these paintings, I want to focus more in the figure itself. I want to kind of do an homage to the work of Colombian artist Luis Caballero, which I'm going to show some of his work in a moment. And I'm going to show you what my idea is with these two final paintings, which I expect to have at least in a sketch stage with some color on it. So it's gonna be two different backgrounds, and the background is gonna be mostly just color and texture. I'm not planning on doing anything substantial in the background because I want the focus to be the figure. And I want to show now a little less shaky version of my video with the full painting. It is not finished. I still have a lot of work to do. I want to work more on the brown skin figure, but I'm pretty happy with the tone of the skin of the light figure. I basically achieved this by working on layers, tons and tons of layers. And another feature in my studio that you probably noticed from the video is a mirror, a big mirror, and I also have a handheld mirror so I can get right the expression of the face and the anatomy of the figures. And then moving on to the next painting, these are the sketches and some of my visual references, which I have sketched already. I've already placed it in the canvas, and a little bit of how I started the background. And now the background is a lot more finished with this really rich texture that I've added for the wall. I want it to be a really solid, really realistic wall, so I used all the tools I had at hand to achieve this goal. Basically, I want to make a statement about a wall, kind of making reference to current political situations in the world, but it's still within the same context of the demonized other. I've already laid down the colors for it. I just need to get into the details of the figure. For the last two paintings, this is the artist I was making reference for, and he is more about the figure and the expression of the figure, and in the reference of a context of a lot of time violence and dynamic poses for the figure, and this is what I want for the last two paintings. It's still in the same context. It's still gonna be the figure of the half man, half caveman, which is the stories I'm driving through the whole series. And I also already have some photographic references of how I want to use the pose for the figures. This is the one I'm gonna start with, and I already have made some sketches from it. Again, this is gonna be hopefully looking a little bit like Caballero painting, but also with my personal touch. So I've also made already made the sketches of the way I want it to look like. I started also working in the background for these last two paintings, and I'm not gonna add too much details or shapes into it. It's just gonna be background and texture, so the figure stands out a little more. Thank you so much.